What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon Kindle Create Space. A link will be in the description box below. This video is entitled Why I Don't Respect These Men. This is a clip from Drink Champs, like Drink Champs. So this is the one with Bun B, and I'm going to let this play, and then I'm going to get to this commentary.
Our generation, I say because of the age group, our generation dropped the ball.
No, it's all
stop being OGs at some point.
Well, no, I'm gonna tell you what happened. First of all, people got scared of catching the cases that they knew they were getting into. So they started putting drugs and guns in young niggas' in hands that were under 18 that they knew wouldn't necessarily get real time. But what they did was stop their opportunity to progress. Right? So then young niggas got older. And I'm gonna tell you another thing, because nobody wanna talk about it. I'm glad we're talking about this on Drink Champs.
Let's talk about it.
There's a lot of niggas that went into houses and manipulated women for sex and money and put them on drugs, and little niggas sat in those houses and watched niggas do that. And now they're old enough and they remember what you did to their mama. That's why young niggas don't respect older niggas no more. You feel what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? This is
I identify with, but it's the same exact case.
This is part of why. This is one of the reasons why young niggas don't respect all that. Because they put cases on them that they knew little niggas would never shake. They got mamas that put credit on their name that they can't shake, and now they got niggas in their life in these houses putting values that they can't shake.
But stop right there. But here's the thing, because I want you to finish this shit.
Yeah.
But I seen a meme the other day, and they said, "How the fuck you mad at mumble rap? You sold crack to their moms." And this shit fucked me up.
Let me tell you something. Mumble rap is.
So, watch Drink Champs. I like that joint. Yeah, I'm petty. You know what I'm saying? I feel we both petty together. I like that one. I like the one with L.A.R. recently. I always like the one with 50. I like the one with Snoop too. Like, I watch Drink Champs. I just like Drink Champs. Now, this is why I'm hopping on this one. I'm about to expound on what these brothers was talking about. See, there's a certain disrespect between generations and different age groups of men because of this type of stuff. And now that these guys are older, they want to hide behind, oh, that was a long time ago. Oh, I found Jesus. Oh, I learned how to do the right thing and I got a better path. But see, ain't nobody trying to hear that. Tell you why. Because a lot of these guys use that as an excuse. That's not really where they're at. What it is they felt they got away scot-free with the damage they caused and the people they scarred, and because they ran away and never fixed that or atoned that and somebody else had to deal with it, they figure, I'll never see that person again. I'll never have to cross that path again, because in their hearts they cowards. But and life doesn't really work like that. Life is funny like that, where what goes around comes around, and sometimes you come across the path of the same person that you crossed when it was all good for you. And now life is going to level that out. And then these guys get shook. Like, I remember watching this video, and this one's pertaining to female. This lady she was a tall chick, nice body. She was kind of fine girl. But she was in the video and she was beating the brakes off this old guy in this parking lot. And this other dude came with her. And they were talking like, don't be hitting that old guy like that. And the girl she didn't stop whipping the old man. But she said while she was, riding on that dude, he molested me when I was a kid. And all the people that wanted to jump in was like, I can't help you now, old man. You kind of on your own. But the old man, I'm sorry. It ain't got to be like that. I'm sorry. No. And wasn't nobody trying to hear that. He never was sorry all the year. Think about it. This young lady grew up to be a grown woman, and she had to find this guy in the parking lot and put them paws on him for him to go, I'm sorry. That's the problem with that generation in itself. Just like what Bun was talking about. I remember the guys selling drugs for older guys in gangs. Because, you the young dude, crash dummies, right? And because when I was younger, I I wasn't born in Chicago. I moved to Chicago. I moved on the west side at the time. But by the time I had been in Baltimore and I had been in New Orleans. So I was telling these young guys, like, look, man, these dudes using you. You know, don't these gangs, they ain't what you think. All this BS is not what you think. But these guys be out here, quote unquote, you know, selling work, putting in work. For these older guys who were scared to catch the charges that they would face if they got caught. And these young guys would be going to juvie. We'd be in high school together. Don't see him no more. He catch a charge, he in juvie. You know, sometimes they can come back to the school. Sometimes they go to that juvie school, right? You know. But we was right at that switch where they started giving kids adult sentences. So now you had these young dudes doing time, hard time. Remember they was giving out like 41-year sentences. I didn't understand the 41s and the 47s and all that stuff. But cats was getting time, you know, whether it be drugs, assault, attempted murder. It was all putting in work for these other guys who wouldn't do it themselves, you know. And over time, people was like, man, these young guys, man, they don't. Back in the day, the game was different. People used to have morals. You the start of the not having morals, because the dudes you talking about wouldn't let kids sell drugs for them. The dudes you were talking about were the dudes who told them kids, look, man, don't come over here with that. I'm doing something that's dead wrong. If I ever catch you trying to be out here like me, I'm gonna wear you out. And they would inform other people, that little kid right there, no, he not doing this. You know, but people seem to forget about those guys, right? And that creates another problem, because now when guys started growing and they were like, you know, oh, such and such, these dudes will do anything, they'll cross anything, they have no morals, no boundaries, no ethics. You were sending kids out to do your dirty work, and when they grew up and became men and they figured it out, why would they have any morals with you? But these guys wanted to play stupid. You know, same thing when he was talking about with the guys who were, these were the swag guys, the slick talkers. This is the players who came into people's homes, with the single mother homes, and you know, sweet talk their mamas and was boning their mamas and was getting their mamas on drugs, or just turning them into potheads, to alcoholics, and you know, getting all up in their head with the sex, and now they turning against their own children because, you know, this guy who can't really handle his own as a man is manipulating a woman, and she loses her kids. Now, should the kids have beef with the actual mothers for falling for this? Absolutely, because they're adults. You know, absolutely. But see these guys, oh, y'all didn't get off scot-free. No, pimp. And what happened was, you know, the crazy part, you guys have daughters, and now you want to be protective fathers. You ain't gonna do my daughter. I know how these boys act. How you know so well, Pops? Because you was that dude, wasn't you? I was just like that. Yeah, well, if you was just like that, shut up. I don't want you to do my daughter the way I would have did your mama. No, that's not right. Now, is it right for that guy to do the guy's daughter wrong because she has nothing to do with it? Absolutely, it's not right. But, oh man, you better shut up before you get your jaw knocked out. You know what I'm saying? Because it was good for you. And see, these guys reveled in this type of behavior. People don't want to admit that. Like, you know, the guys who used to tell the young guys, they used to be men who would date your family members and sit down with the guys and sit down with the male family members, even the kids. You gotta have more than one woman. So you cheating on my mother, my aunt, my cousin, and you comfortable sitting at the table with me telling me, well, you know, I got other ladies. You know, I won't tell her that, but you know, I'm a player. But I'm gonna tell you, this is how you got to do the game and this is part of the game that people have today. that's some sucker stuff, right? It's different between a player and a dirty Mac. A lot of these dudes was dirty Macs, and they was reveling in this stuff, you know, and that was the problem. So now, you know, now these guys are old, or they went to church, or they feel so guilty. Don't do what I used to do, young blood. And nobody want to hear that from y'all. Not because of your fake regret and fake remorse that we all know. It's because y'all never did anything to fix this, and y'all never tried, and y'all never will. Y'all just gonna. This is another hustle for y'all to act like I was young. I don't know. Now that 20 years later you done pulled up on me, and I knew where you was at and you knew where I was at, and I just acted like none of this happened because I did some things that scarred you for life. I just want to tell you that Jesus is my Savior. Yes, He is. Yes, He is. Come on in my room. Ain't nobody trying to hear that. You know what I'm saying? So, it's a beef. Like, this is why people don't like these guys. And then these guys like, you know, you youngsters, y'all act like this and act like that. And then you had to say, bro, wasn't you the uncle or parent that was snorting cocaine in front of me, selling dope, smoking weed, throwing parties, not handling your business, scamming family members and friends and people you came across to get ahead, and you would sit there when I was a kid, maybe even beat up us when we was kids because we had issues with what you were doing, and that was your way to intimidate us to shut up. Like, y'all act like y'all didn't do that. Like, y'all act like y'all wasn't abusive and beating people, whether they were women or children, and these kids started learning how to fight, lifting weights, playing sports to make sure ain't nobody ever gonna do that again. And now that And this was the funny part about these guys. They did all of this stuff, a lot of this stuff when people were children. See, a little bit into puberty, but see when people they still had young, they were almost grown, 16, 17, 18, they started having that adult frame, but it wasn't really fully functional, but they started being able to get with adults. See, these guys went David Copperfield and disappeared. Where's such and such at? I don't even know. I mean, man, I don't know what happened to him. Why you think he disappeared like that? Because I'm big enough to stump a mud hole in him? That's cool, though. I'm going to come across him. And this is why there's no respect for you guys, right? And on top of that, some of y'all, it's the energy. Because see, maybe you don't know maybe you never come across the exact people who would like this in your life or like this in your friends and family life that you saw this, but you come across these type of guys now as they're older. And you know how you walk up on somebody and you get that, you scared me. When they feel the energy of like, you were one of them kind of people I did dirty, they get that, let me pseudo check your temperature and see, can I slide out of here without getting my neck broke? Young brother, what's going on, my man? Let's talk about some things. I never met you before, let's just have a conversation. And you can see right through it, and you're looking at him like, I don't know you, but I know you. And if you keep talking to me, I'm going to strangle you with a piano wire. And they're like, well, I'm an old man, you should let an old man, you should respect your elders. And with those type of guys, like, look, cat, I'll kick you down a 100-foot flight of stairs, run down and drag you back up those stairs and kick you again. I have no sympathy, no remorse, no mercy for people like you. You feel me? And I think this is one of the things that needs to be talked about, because part of the dysfunction with us as men sometimes stems from this particular thing right here. Because people can see that in other people. and that's why some people get sneaky and try to backdoor and try to get somebody when they're not looking to catch somebody slipping, because what winds up happening is those guys who are built like that started trying to get rid of the guys those chihuahuas started trying to sneak attack the pit bulls and the wolves, so they didn't have to deal with the consequences. But too many wolves survive, and you don't want that work. We out.